What's up, guys? My name is Jonathan Gaffney. Thank you for tuning in to my video blog. Today we're going to be talking about a pretty serious subject, so I hope you guys like it. The internet affects us in every single aspect of our life. It doesn't matter if it's social, business, economic. It affects everything, even the most tender moments of existence. Once a person dies, their Facebook, their Twitter, their emails, their digital files all live on after death. Having that said, it brings me to my main point, which is that the internet has profoundly affected the grieving process. First of all, people need to view their online assets as physical, tangible property, because if they don't, it leaves a whole big mess once you pass away. I have a quote here that explains it perfectly. It says, "We have shifted away from letters in a shoebox to email messages and Facebook. There is a lot of more traceable communication floating around." And it basically sums up the need for legislature to be passed, which isn't being passed, but in the meantime there are web services that take care of your information. There are others that can tweet things from the dead, they can send emails from the dead, but the most standard way to take care of yourself is to put your wishes in your will for your digital assets. Having all that stuff stated, I have dealt with a loss of mine recently, and it is insane how much Facebook is involved. Through the logistics of it, the proceedings, everybody is told through the proceedings, from you staring at the person's Facebook 4, 5, 6 times a day, and you don't know why. But is this a bad thing? Are we taking the most emotional time period possibly in a human being's life and repressing it through technology? I have a quote here from an article from a blog that says, this is a girl talking about when she lost her mother, and she says, "I don't think I informed anyone directly for days, because dealing with the grief and exhaustion and a heartache, I didn't have the energy to constantly tell people the story of my mother's passing." Now, I don't think this is a good thing. I think that that's using it completely wrong, using the tool of Facebook completely wrong. I have another quote from the same article that said, "My brother posted a Facebook status minutes after my mother took her last breath in the middle of the night, which allowed my friends and family almost immediately to find out." That's awful. That's disgusting, and that's sort of wrong. You have to... What I've realized is that you can't write it down and let all that emotion, everything inside of you, just sit there, because it's not healthy. Talking about this kind of stuff is necessary, whether it be on the phone or face-to-face or something. You can't just text one of your relatives saying, "Oh, mom died, LOL. Like, it doesn't work like that. But if you don't hide behind things like Facebook and other technologies, and you use it as a tool for good, not a crutch that you use because you can't deal with your emotions, then it is an awesome tool. It is an awesome thing on so many different levels. What Facebook creates online is almost like an online wake. And it's extremely comforting for family members and friends. You get people you could have somebody in Taiwan who barely knew Steve, but puts a post on Steve's wall and says Steve is my friend who unfortunately passed away. But you could have a kid in Taiwan post on Steve's wall and say, Steve, I miss you. I'm sorry for the family. I'm sorry for the rest of the friends. Just to give you a couple examples of what those kind of things look like. It's just a simple post like this. To think, had I had stayed in class, I would have got to spend a little more time with you. Or, Steve, you and I never really got to be close friends, though I would have enjoyed that. You were such an awesome kid, so genuine. I wish I had known you better. I'll never forget that bird impression you did in Miss Moses' class. And what these posts do, is like I said before, it's like a wake. The wake is for everybody, family, friends, acquaintances. It doesn't matter if you never met Steve. Everybody shows up to give support to the family members, and that's essentially what Facebook creates on one level. And it's awesome. Let me just show you what I mean. This is a post that was on Steve's Facebook from his mom. Hi to all Steve's amazing friends. This is his mom writing on a friend's account. His dad and I have read all the beautiful things you have had to say about Steven, and it's clear you all saw the same wonderful qualities that we got to see, love, and experience during his life. Thank you for your thoughts and your love. It is comforting and sustaining. We are so proud that our son had such incredible friends. And the fact that Facebook can comfort the immediate family members of someone who is lost to that extent, no matter what negatives you could come to the conclusion about Facebook and the grieving process, this trumps everything and speaks louder than it all. Additionally, what it ends up offering people is this public diary where they could put their feelings, but this diary also has pictures of the person, it has old statuses and videos from the person that they can always go back to and look at as a comforting tool. Like I said, I was staring at Steve's profile like 5-6 times a day, and it was no different than looking at a photo or a photo album or anything like that. It was just through a different medium. Medium that made it easier and more accessible to do so. But don't take my word for it only. You can ask my grandparents, the most tech-savvy seniors you'll ever meet. Even my grandma was talking about how much Facebook changes everything, the internet changes everything, and it sure did. So on that note, I could probably stay here and talk about this subject for a lot longer, but I don't want to keep you here all day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this blog gave you some insight about the subject that not many people give thought to, like, ever. Like, it's never in the minds, apparently, of anyone, but it's a huge, huge deal. So, thanks for watching.